I'm not your gossip girl, I'm the headline. Truth with a curve, baby, redefine. Welcome to the thirst trap. All the truth looks good in a tight wrap. We talk love, power, soul, and sin. Turn the world on, let the light in. Yeah, the thirst trap news. You'll drink it up, it's the real you. They've been trying to thirst real news, where every headline's a revelation.
America, gather round, because tonight I'm not just giving you the news, I'm giving you the antidote to the poison, the torch in the tunnel, and the spell that breaks the trance. We are living in a time where reality is a battlefield and your mind is the prize. A time when those in power cling to those narratives like a lifeline, and anyone who dares to break the formation gets targeted, smeared, and exiled from the kingdom of conformity. And that brings me to Candace Owens. Y'all knew I was going there. Say what you want, but that woman is a walking reminder of what happens when someone refuses to sell their soul for the comfort of the crowd. She is criticized because she thinks. And in an era where we're trapped in critical thinking is basically contraband. She stays true to her principles, even when it costs her relationships, possibly platforms, and peace. That's not convenient. That's not easy. That's courage. And courage is contagious. But pay attention to what happens when someone stands firm in the truth. The establishment doesn't debate them. The establishment doesn't address their claims. The establishment tries to silence them, to discredit them, to isolate them, to make the rest of us afraid to question anything at all. And if you've ever wondered what tactic works, let me remind you how PSYOPs work. PSYOPs don't need the truth. A PSYOP needs repetition. It uses the same phrases echoed across 100 mouths, repeated like an incarnation designed to summon obedience. You'll hear it on the news, on influencers' pages, in headlines, in official statements, and suddenly people start repeating the spell without even knowing it. That's how you know a narrative is engineered, because it marches in lockstep. Every voice saying the same thing in the same way, almost like they were told to. But here's the part they can't simulate. Here's the part that never lies. A lie will always contradict itself. It bends. It warps. It comes apart at the seams because it can't stand on its own weight. The truth doesn't need rehearsals. It doesn't need consensus. It doesn't require a PR team. Truth stands there completely naked and undefeated. And eventually, no matter how many shadows they try to bury under it, it finds a way back into the light. And that's why critical thinkers, free thinkers, and spiritually awake Americans terrify the establishment, not because we're dangerous, but because we're not hypnotized. So tonight, before we dive into the story, I want to speak directly to every American who feels like they're slowly waking up in a room full of people still dreaming. You are not crazy. You're not alone. And you are not the problem. Your intuition, the one the system keeps telling you to ignore, that's your ancient compass. Your skepticism, the thing they label as conspiracy, that's your shield. Your ability to see the inconsistencies, that's your defense against the narrative machine. And if watching powerful institution turn on Candace Owens has taught us anything, it's this. When someone challenges the script, the system claws back. Not because they're wrong, but because she reminds the rest of us what a free mind looks like. In America, if we're going to survive this era of psychological warfare, you're going to need your mind, your real mind, not the one they're trying to program. So tonight, let's peel back the veil. Let's expose the repetition. Let's follow the contradictions. And let's reclaim that sacred territory inside your skull. Because the revolution doesn't start on the battlefield, at least not anymore. It starts in the space between a lie and the moment you finally say, I don't believe you. Welcome to Thirst Trap News, baby. Let's wake 'em up. I'm your host, Luna Lopez. All right. Let me see who is in the chat. Oh, Ron says, I'm still awake. Y'all, I'm so sorry I got on late today and I have been MIA for 2 days. We just need to take care of some things that just came up. So, sometimes you gotta just handle business. I do have some exciting news coming down the pipeline later on. Can't tell you what it is yet, but I know all of you will be so excited. Ron says you need a talk show. Thank you, Ron. That's the goal. Influence so I can make sure we know that our army is out there. Mike says skull candy. I like that phrase. They called her out and show her true self. You think so? And Mike said, awesome intro. I was starting to worry a little. Why? Why are you starting to worry, Mike? There's backwater. I've gotten tired trying to wake people up. I know, Mike. I know. I don't try to wake people up anymore. I just say what's on my heart, I'm just sharing with y'all that the warrior is out in full force, and I'm trying to make sure I have an army of patriots. No, my narrative's not scripted, Mike. I wrote it. Y'all are funny. Mike, have you not seen my... Oh, I see what you're saying. The PSYOPs. Yeah, scripted narrative. Brr. I just had a moment. I just came off a very emotional moment before getting on the show. It's just been a rough couple days, but everything's fine. Just making big decisions, you know what I mean? And I'm doing great. I'm good. So, I see Craig giving me a hang loose. How you doing, Craig? All right. After my computer stops shitting a brick, we will get into videos. Let me make sure that I don't have any more comments in Lay chat on Laygram. If Knutson was on, he'd be laughing at me saying that. All right. But what were you starting to worry? Oh, I was worried because you were on for a few. Weren't on. I wasn't on for a few. Yeah. Life was doing some things. It was not comfortable, but necessary, I believe. Sometimes blessings come in ugly packages. I'll say. That's the lesson I've learned. It's like how to start changing my relationship with negativity quicker instead of after the fact, getting better at doing it in the moment and remembering in the moment that good things always come out of bad things, because when you have a child missing or won't talk to you, it's hard to remember that sometimes, but other things happen that weren't so comfortable, but I think it was God uses people sometimes to bring things forward and help you move past them, so that's my last 2 days, recovery, being in recovery, active recovery mode. So the show had to take a backseat for 2 days, and here I am kapow. So, Mike says, I love your hair. Thanks. This is sort of my natural hair. It's damaged, so it's not as curly as it normally would be, but you know, it'd be like Diana Ross, like out to here normally. It's a bit limp, but it's okay. It grows. Oh, Backwater says we're always here riding out with you till the end. I agree with Mike. Nice hair. Thanks, Florida. You the man. How's the hubby doing? He is good. He is sitting right here in the studio. We had to have a little tussle before we got on. It's hard, like, sometimes working with your spouse, but I kind of don't trust a lot of people. So, you know, I have a small little team that works for and with me. And, you know, you got to earn your stripes with me, man. I don't know. I don't mean to be that way. It's just the way it is. If you can ride with me longer than 90 days, we homies. We G. Ooh, Logan's here. Hey, Logan. Good to see you. Monty. Travs. Oh my gosh. Yay. Where are y'all coming from? Y'all up late tonight. Did y'all just get home from partying? What y'all doing? Your show for me is like Child's Play. Friends to the end. I love that. That's awesome. You should sell Faraday products on your show. It's funny you say that. Do you sell them? Because I've been thinking about different companies and products I can get to sponsor my show, because I am at that point of reaching out to people. So if you're listening and you have a business and you want to sponsor my show, I'm very experienced in commercials and readovers, because, you know, I was a model, singer, actress in my, not actress, like tried to be, but voice acting. I did that. I was too shy for camera, but I could model because, you know, you stand still, and really quickly had to get out of that. That was after the cold stuff, but I realized how demonic all that shit is. And yeah, so this is my calling. My hobbies are singing, making music, dogs, hunting, fishing, anything outdoors. I like to go shooting. I do hair as my day job and nails. And I am in the political sphere 24/7 behind the scenes. I've got such great fun stuff coming up that I just hope and pray to God that he guides and directs me and uses me as a tool for his will, and waking people up and bringing a divine light and spreading it across this planet. And I ask God every day how I can be of service to him and his children. And, you know, here I am because that's what I care about, you know. So yes, anyone with a company that wants to sponsor my show, please reach out to producer Ryan. His handle on Instagram is Ryan, RYAN .Lopez86. And the email is, I'm just going to give it out. Should I give it out? Should I give out the email like this, or just wait for them to message you? Okay, he's going to create a new box for the public to direct the public to, because it's just kind of getting to that point. You know, any inquiries, suggestions? Hey, Bobby. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? And video suggestions, investigations, because I'm a forensic psychologist too, so I also love court stuff. And coming up in one of the shows, I think the next show, we're going to discuss one of the big cases coming up that is, I am all over and can't wait to analyze for you guys. That'll be a whole separate thing. And Ron, yes, please message Ryan, RYAN .LOPEZ 86. That's my producer. And he will get with you with that. Okay, so y'all know we've been watching all this shit popping off with Candace, right? I mean, the TPUSA has been doing some gymnastics to make her look like she's avoiding them. And I really feel like I can't keep quiet on that situation because it's coming from the TPUSA attorneys. Like, you can tell they're telling them what to do, because what they did with answering her invitation to talk anywhere, anytime, was really crafty in creating a narrative that she was avoiding them, because what actually happened was they gave her an incredibly narrow window to respond. They didn't even address her, asking her when she could meet up with them. Huh? Okay. And she catches the video late at night via one of her assistants. They were like, "Did you see this? Surely you saw this." And she was like, "No, I didn't see them." Answering, saying they would take me up on our offer to answer our questions. But why are they just telling me right away now that they've already decided on a date and a time without even asking me? And I can't even do that date unless it's virtually. I think she's being pretty cooperative for that tactic that they used to try to give her the smallest window. And then, because what they did when she didn't respond in time was say, "Well, we've decided we're going to do it without her." And then she messaged them, "No, please just add me in. I'll even do it right now. We'll do it today, tomorrow, whatever. Just add me in." And then they said, basically ignored her. So then she said, "I'm just going to have to stream their live and respond." I feel bad for her. She's a fucking warrior, man. She is really taking this jujitsu that's being thrown at her. But anytime, anywhere, yes, she did say that. But they're the ones that changed the terms, because they're the ones being rigid on when. And so to meet, because of her holiday obligations to her family, which she won't compromise on, she said to meet that expectation of not even asking me. So that's not how you play fair anyway. So to meet your expectation of not giving me an option virtually is fine. We all do it. You can fucking Zoom publicly. That is anywhere, anytime, Rob of the Mohican, and I will not address you further for the rest of the fucking show, because you're one of the ones that's part of the establishment machine that is trying your desperate attempt to throw a cog in the way, and it isn't gonna fucking work. And your contribution that you have mentioned thus far, every message you've sent has been a non-contribution. So either you wake up and become part of the game if you're going to participate, understand the rules that are being played, and be ready to take the gloves off, put your big boy pants on, and come with some logic. Otherwise, sit down and shut up, because that is not logic what you are saying. Anytime, anywhere, you can't get any more literal than doing it virtual. So shut the fuck up. Good night to you. Anyway, let's get into our video. Speaking of, Candace responds to TPUSA. Are we ready, folks, for our first video? Oh, fuck. Okay, I got to give you my menu. Candace responds to TPUSA. Candace talks more shit about TPUSA. I'm always a man. Bill Gates admits the truth. George Soros sucks. Dem men are barely men. I don't care about your respect. Rob of the Mohican. Gulf of America. Somalia is stupid and dumb. I don't want them in our country. Non-black people not to play with. And 2 90s dating videos yet again to contribute to the 1990s data vault. Oh. All right. Bobby's over here laughing. Ain't it funny, Bobby? Ain't it funny? I ain't here to convince a motherfucking soul. You want to come in here and you want to try a desperate attempt of causing chaos. It's like, But I'll discourse over logical debate because I can tell who's just repeating a narrative, and I am not going to engage in that. So, appreciate it, Bobby. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Exactly. But look, we in a gloves off world, so that's where we at. I have no respect for people who like want to come to the table to demean, and I will go for the throat to try and like literally. And for any of you black folk out there, if you ever are gonna fucking play this whole we need to stick together thing again, you better fucking do it here and pay attention to your fucking sister. I swear to God, you guys, do not fall for the establishment psyop. Don't. No more slavery. No more accepting the narrative. God bless this woman, and a man like Charlie would not be best friends with her if she were motherfucking stupid and not connected to spirit herself. So based on the fact alone that if this was her dead, Charlie would have done the same thing for her. And based on that fact alone, I'm motherfucking going to pay attention to her, because a woman that says I'm willing to lose my platform, my reputation, and my life for him because of this, I'm sitting down and I'm fucking putting aside whatever feelings I had for her, and I'm gonna listen to someone that's literally planting the flag they're dying on the hill they're dying on. I respect it, and I have not always agreed with her. I have found her annoying at times, but I'm telling you, spiritually, what she's exposed, this hits. This is hitting for me. Charlie was spiritually connected. I don't claim to be a Christian. I claim to follow the example of Christ. And I pray to Jesus and talk to him as my Savior as it pertains to love and my kindness towards others and the struggle I have towards other people. And because of that, Jesus has let me see this man, that he was the truest follower of him. And I respect Charlie for that. And I adore Charlie for that. And Candace would not be so close to him. With a man being that connected, he would have rejected her long ago. So no, you cannot convince me this woman doesn't know what she's talking about. She is being divinely guided, because there's clues already to the divine guidance. When Erica Kirk was in her music video many years ago, she ziplined down Las Vegas, and right above her was the time 9:10. That's the day Charlie died. That is called synchronicity. Numerology is all through the Bible. That is divine giving you a clue to pay the fuck attention. Now you have Candace, who was exposing Brigitte Macron side before anybody knew, Charlie, this was going to happen. How the hell did she know that she didn't, that it was going to circle right back to them and MK Ultra, the Zionists, and the three-letter agencies I probably can't say while I'm talking about this so I don't have connection problems? Bobby, that's why you know. That's why you're here right now. That is why you're here right now. Oh, look, there's the narrative popping in from the Zionists. Let's play the video.
Candace has mentioned several times that the ball is in our court. So here's what is going to happen. In the near future, there will be a live stream here in Phoenix where we address in a clear and comprehensive way the claims and accusations, the false accusations that have been made against Charlie's family, friends,
I have to say this before we get too far. Salute to you, Bobby. Thank you for your service.
People here at Turning Point. We plan to walk through everything carefully and thoroughly. If Candace is available, we would sincerely welcome her participation in that live stream at our studio here in Phoenix. At this point, we believe the ball is back in her court.
Yay! Finally, you didn't have to get through all that shade that you were throwing me to get to the point that you were willing to answer questions, okay? Because that's what Charlie did for a living. He stood up on college campuses and he debated people. And he sat there principally and debated people because he felt that he had the moral high ground, okay? And that if those people disagreed with him, he could bring them over to his side. You guys have been actually acting and embodying the opposite of Charlie Kirk's spirit. Okay. And you did it even in this. It was like one big character assassination. And it wasn't to me. That's what you guys don't understand. You're not attacking me. You are attacking millions of people around the world who watched a man, an innocent man, be publicly executed and then watched what felt very much like the state collude to feed us absolute horseshit about what took place on that day. You guys have even
and then cover over the whole scene immediately. Completely tear down the murder scene immediately. Who the fuck authorized that?
allowed people to inject themselves into his legacy that Charlie didn't even like.
Backwater, it did it to me. This show wouldn't be happening if that didn't happen. I was going through so much. Y'all been here for it. And then that happened, and I was like the fucking pure person. Like, you really? And it shook me to my core. And I just had, it was the tip over after this whole year of my life. And I just started opening up. I'm like, you know what? I gotta freaking take my therapist advice, and I'm just gonna talk. And here we are.
And we're supposed to believe you're doing this because you're his friend? Because you're committed to truth? You sat there and allowed the very people who pressured Charlie towards the end of his life to try to claim his whole legacy? Mm-hmm. And you're pretending we are the ones that are immoral?
Right.
You're upset because you got caught lying. You're upset because you got caught with your pants down, but you cannot blame me for that.
I've watched every single episode. I mean, it's jaw-dropping how obvious. It's jaw-dropping. You know, they can't pull this shit off anymore. Like JFK, MLK. Big Brother is everywhere. And now, because it's so obvious, state agencies are leaking information, DMVs, to her. They're leaking information on the tags. Aviation, TSA is leaking information to her because they don't want it on their conscience anymore. It is remarkable. This is divinely guided. And anyone who says anything that this woman is wicked and disgusting and anything negative is an operative for the devil. I'm telling you right now. They may not even know it. But the Bible says angels and demons walk among us. What makes you think they're not on the internet?
Okay? These were your own errors. These were your own lies. And I was not going for a single second to let up on the pressure. In fact, I have been so strategic that I have been holding on to certain information, hoping that you would acquiesce to have a public conversation, because I want to look you in the eye and I want to challenge you to lie to me because I care deeply.
It's too
how am I supposed to see this?
Candace has mentioned several.
It's too precious to let it loose. It's like what the president does. He can't show all his cards. She has to let them lie. Otherwise, you won't believe it. Do you understand? There's information she has from these people who have leaked things that were on the outer rings of Saturn involved or have the access to get the information, risking everything. I've been watching it all. It is astounding. So she's hanging on. She's doing all the right things. She reported it to the authorities, Rumble's fucking up again. It's because what we're talking about. I'm telling you. This is what happens. This happened the last time we were talking about this. Anyway, what did I say? What was I saying? What was the last thing I was saying? You didn't hear me? Anyway, the people are leaking. So she's holding on to these cards to let them lie in public, live on TV, so she can present this to everyone, the agencies included, because she's brilliant. And the problem is people who are I'm not making my arm is on fire right now. Simple people, it's no fault of their own. But not everyone is as brilliant as her. Most people have an average IQ. Most people cannot understand this level of conspiracy, collusion, execution of covert operations and military operations. When you have billions and trillions of dollars at stake, you best believe people will be murdered over them. In the corporate world, because of the nature of my businesses, I have been across the table from some incredibly wealthy and powerful people who are not even in politics because they never are. They own corporate entities. And when I tell you they assassinate each other, or at least try to, this is Game of Thrones. This is rich men playing rich men games, trying to hang on to power, each one trying to conquer the other. That's what this is. Okay, it's beyond the 5 families. It's down to a small handful of people who are willing to do whatever they need to do to protect the money. Because countries borrow money. Do you know how much money the crown owes to the Rothschilds? Do you know why the Federal Reserve exists? War keeps them in business. War has to exist. This is why we go after the Zionists. This is why we're awake. We are understanding what the Bible has said in the New Testament. And when you tie it all together, when you read the Sumerian text, the Babylonian text, the Old Testament, and the New Testament, it gets very clear what's going on. There is a power struggle over who has the right to enslave the humans. The humans themselves, or the higher beings that use us as playthings. And who are the white hats in all of it? And Candace Owens is a white hat. She glows. See, when I was a physical woman, I didn't like her. When I became a spiritual woman, I saw her clearly because she's a spiritual woman. I respect someone that will not go against their principles, even if their principles are very different from mine, because that makes them honest. That makes them real. And you can work with that. You cannot work with the fight for your mind. I said it in my opening monologue. These monologues, if you can get past the fact that I have to read them, I'm dropping gold on you guys. When I tell you I'm like spiritually connected, I like literally sit and I ponder through the day. Like, what is the message for the day? I sit on all of the socials and I stay on all of the news and I watch everything everyone is saying. I read on all the comments in everywhere. And I ask, what is the message that needs to be said today? Candace is not paying me. No one is paying me. All of this that you see with my show is out of my heart. This high level production, this is my heart. I know what the algorithm needs. It needs high level production to push me. And I need to get a message out. This is not, I'm not making a dime. If you guys decide to donate to me, it is graciously appreciated because I would rather take your donations than establishment money. No corporation, no government owns me. I'm a patriot. And I believe in this woman. Let's look at the comments real quick. He said, you have a strong will and testament from the tribes and tribulations. That's right. That's what makes us human. Mind control. Yes, Stephen Marley. Mind control. She's literally working. Oh my God. Bobby. America, USA. All right. So let's get right back to our video. I just really wanted you guys to understand where I'm coming from and why I'm with her. And if y'all with me, y'all with her. Wink, wink.
To me, because I care deeply about what happened to Charlie on that day. I don't think we're getting the truth. And I do believe that because you are not forthcoming about the information that you have about Charlie texting you guys and saying that he thought he was going to be assassinated that very next day. Okay. The day that he died, Charlie knew said he thinks he was going to be killed tomorrow, and you guys are sitting on that information.
Yep,
so I'm the right person.
She keeps calling it
I'm the
out.
right person to sit
Please
across
show
from you
everyone.
and to ask you questions.
Candace has mentioned.
It breaks my heart that society has gotten so dependent and confused. Social media was probably one of the worst things to be deployed, and here I am on it, using it. All right, these are the tools we have to work with. It may be the devil's playground, but I'm an angel willing to come walk among the demons. I'll do it. It's fine. You might even confuse me for a demon because sometimes we look the same. Angels and demons are hard to tell the difference between, and I think that's what's happened to everyone. America is under mass psychosis, and it concerns me. So here I am, trying to use my psych degree that I am not getting paid with. I'm using for free, trying desperately. I'm a cult survivor to give my resistance and share it. I'm not trying to wake you up. I'm trying to share my excitement to resist what I have discovered to be overshadowing. I have found the hands holding the marionette puppet strings, and I want you to follow me. I want you to climb up those strings with me like fire ants. Come on. Let's go. Aren't you tired of it enough to risk it all? Like her, like Charlie. They're the same. And yet they make her look like she's a demon. The leftists did the same to Charlie, and the Zionists killed him when they couldn't buy him like they do the Christian church. Let it sink in, folks. I could cry right now. Candace and Charlie were the same. That's why they were photographed together so much all the time. We weren't convinced they weren't dating. Stop the games trying to tell everyone she's the devil. She loves that man, and her instincts have gone off the same as a sister's would when they know the police are lying to them about their siblings' murder. There is a case going on right now we're going to talk about tomorrow where the police are lying to a daughter's mother. They were best friends, the daughter and the mother. It happens, folks. It happens internationally, nationally, and locally. So wake the fuck up and understand when you're being lied to, you sheep. You're scared of the demons. That's why you're sheep. That's why you point at everything that makes you uncomfortable and yell out every vile accusation you can to the point of nonsensicalness. You're cowards. It's easier to believe the fucking spoon-fed eat baby food because you can't chomp and gnaw on the grizzle. You're weak. You have to eat grass. So if you want to keep your heads to the ground, how about shut your fucking opinions up and let the sheepdogs, the German shepherds, and those that are protecting you do the work and say thank you for keeping me safe from the wolf in sheep's clothing. Well, after you've just had a little bit of that, it's like dependency on the government. Yes. That's why I love her. She helped wake me up to the establishment. Bobby. She's black. I'm part black. My mother is black. I was like, fucking finally. Someone is got the ability to say the same shit I'm thinking. And I'm mixed. It's even worse. I'm triracial, really. I'm white, Asian, and black. Actually, white, black, and Asian. And I'm sick of it. Then for a while, she got confused, didn't know how to know the ropes. And when you start getting that kind of attention, the wolves come to you. She had a hard time sifting through it. I thought she was bought by the establishment when I was running for Congress. I didn't like her. But this Charlie Kirk thing, she's won me back over. That's how long I didn't like her. I'm like, this girl is a fucking goddess. And she is amazing. And I fucking love her. She inspires me. She truly does. She truly does. Because when you have God on your side, what really is there to fear? Truly. And those that are trying to push a narrative, watching someone know that we're being lied to, do not have God on their side. They're operated by fear. Let's see. Bobby said, oh, you're so beautiful. I feel like your spirit. You're amazing. And I feel Candace too. Oh, gosh. Thanks. I feel that with her too. And I felt that with Charlie. I know millions of people felt Charlie. Charlie was really powerful. I know millions of people who never met Charlie felt it when he died the way I felt it. I know it. We lost something. We didn't know that he was a part of divine. And if God is in the heart of every man, then divine is part of all of us. And he was just such a bright light. We were feeling him and didn't realize it. He was one of the rudders behind the movement. And Israel had to try and get their grubby fucking Zionist hands on it to hijack it and control America from waking up, to stop sending all of our fucking hard-earned sweat, blood, and tear dollars over to them every time they create a fucking fake war and cry wolf. We're done. And I hope I don't lose any allies over what I'm saying. But you have to understand, my motivation is economic, not racial. It's the fight for our freedom and for our wealth. Airbnb, I feel like that's a state. I understand you. I feel like that's just like a stage of bargaining that I go through where I wish that he's just like not really dead, like Tupac and JFK, you know. And I think that's what martyrs are to us. But we have to know is they're not. They're here. They are still alive. They've gained a high rank in the political hierarchy of the kingdom of the heavens. A kingdom is a political structure. It's a theocracy. And we feel Charlie's presence. We feel it. Let's get on to Candace talks more shit about TPUSA. Come on, baby, take us to church.
How am I supposed to see this? The live stream we announced on the show Wednesday has been set. That would imply to the audiences that they reached out to me and we set a time. No, he goes on at 4 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. local time on Monday, December 15th. A collection of Charlie's friends will respond to statements made by Candace Owens to set the record straight once and for all prior to the opening of America Fest. Now, if it's going to be once and for all, it sounds pretty final. I mean, I would assume that I would have to contribute so that I could answer back, right? He goes on to write, we'll be live streaming, as he said from the beginning, this is going to be a live streamed event from Charlie's Phoenix studio. Our offer from yesterday holds. If Candace wishes to join us in person in Phoenix, she is welcome to do so. She can let us know by the end of today. Why? Well, I'm sorry. If you're saying this is happening on the 15th, why am I getting 20?
Right. You want her to make travel plans and decide in like however many hours this woman runs an empire. They're being unreasonable. This is what dirty lawyers, dirty attorneys do. HOA attorneys. You know, the scummy, you know, Saul Goodman attorneys. Breaking Bad reference for those of you who may never seen it. No, Saul Goodman. It's all good, man. Scummy. This is the attorneys guiding them. Give her the most smallest. This is fucking ridiculous. They do this in corporate stuff too. I'm on the board of a company. I know how fucking shit works. Young Political. Look me up.
Hours to be able to respond to you. That doesn't make any sense. That for some reason feels like this is a BS offer and a really cheap PR move. There's no reason to issue a 24-hour response and to put this up in the middle of the night. A. B, there's no reason you didn't reach out to me and say, hey, does this work? Can I check some flights, see if I can get in there? Nope. This is it. They put this up there on the 15th. The last week of our show is live. Obviously, leading up to Christmas, that's the last week of our show. Obviously, it's a pretty busy week. So I'm like, okay, caught off guard by this, but you know what? I sense this is a PR move. So let me say, you've already said it's live streamed. If an event is live streamed, of course, we can make it work any place. I mean, at any time, any day, we can make this happen, right? Because you're live streaming it. There's no reason I can't show up electronically, okay? I respond to him and I say this. Kind of weird how you didn't email or call me to ask about times or availability and instead chose to tweet this confirmation out at midnight. Why am I learning about this on X? December 15th does not work in person, and 2 p.m. happens to also be the literal time that I do my podcast live every day, which you knew, but we will happily cancel the daily podcast and we'll join you guys virtually instead for the live stream on the 15th. If that works on your end, let's lock it in, ? Okay. Okay, we're jumping here. Let's just make it happen. Okay, that's the beauty of the internet. That is the beauty of 2025. You can literally be any place, anytime. Just send me a link, right? Any place, anytime, and we can join you virtually. In fact, today on their show, they had Andrew Colbert joining them virtually. So they have the tech capability to do this. We have tech capability to do this. Let's make this sincere.
Like, it's not a fucking big deal. You can, like, if that's your date, that's what she's saying. If she's not even asking to change the date. So I don't know why you guys keep fucking going, she's at a time and place. Y'all are like a bunch of fucking TikTok parrots. I swear to God. She's giving in to their fucking stupid demands. She's asking for one little thing. Virtually. You can fucking do that. Otherwise, if you want to do it the right way in person, let me find a fucking day. Give me a fucking second to breathe, you fuckers. It's fuckery. Fuckery afoot.
Around the world who do not feel that you guys have been honest and forthcoming in terms of answers that you could obviously supply regarding Charlie Kirk's assassination. Well, if we needed any more evidence that nothing that they do is genuine and that this was an obvious planned PR move, here is what Blake tweeted out just now before we went live on the show. Yesterday, we made it clear that we would be scheduling a formal response to allegations and accusations that you have made. We have decided that response will be delivered during a live stream, as he said, a live stream on December 15th. Thank you for your response letting us know that you will not be joining. She didn't say that.
They're liars. This is why fuck you, whoever your fucking stupid name is. You're an idiot. You only look at one side of the fucking goddamn story. Shut the fuck up, all of you. If you were in this situation, you'd feel exactly like she is. All of you fucking turds. I hate all of you pansies. Fucking ridiculous little chicken shits. You're afraid to stand up to people. All of you fucking get onto her. I bet you in your jobs, you're a piss on, honestly. Because you're picking on the wrong fucking person. You think she's a bully. You think she's evil. You literally are probably the people that fall for good looks. Like, seriously, shut up. Listen to what she's saying.
Person conversation. We will be proceeding without you. Why are you proceeding without me?
She never fucking said she wouldn't. They're liars. They've lied about everything. She's proved it every time. This is what she does. She makes a claim. She says she has evidence, doesn't show the evidence, makes them respond. They respond in like typical liar fashion. Then she shows the receipt. Boom. Oh my God, they're lying again. It's so fucking blatant. Have you even done the research on TPUSA taxes? What happened this year? Did you even look? Do you look at anything? Or do you just like pick a vibe and go, this feels cool, this feels right? What does it benefit you to hate on her? Can't you quietly observe? No, she doesn't know you exist. The government doesn't know who you are other than a number. You're an inmate inside the borders of the United States. Fuck the system, assholes. Stop believing everything. If it looks too good to be true, it is. It is. Stop getting fucking fooled for the glitz and glam and the shiny things and the blonde with blue eyes and the fireworks. It's crazy. It's so blatant. Have the ability to have the humility alone in your own head to say, oh my God, I was duped. People will respect you for it. That's when they actually trust you as a leader. They know you're going to make mistakes. They like leaders because leaders can admit their own mistakes. Bosses don't. This is the concept I'm trying to give to you guys to relate to. Like, hello? If you can question things, if you can fucking show a goddamn spine when everyone else is like, no, be part of the cool kids club. It's like what all our parents told us. If you're a millennial, if everyone was going to jump off a cliff, would you do it too? Be the one person that says, hold on a minute. First they disarm us. Well, first they make us poor, then they make us hate each other, then they disarm us. Then they take away our free speech. Does it all not click to you guys? How do you not, connect the dots? You are by not sitting down, shutting up, looking at both sides quietly without it, just vomiting the first popular opinion. You are feeding the slavery. Where's the douche in the chat? Has he left yet because I'm spitting too much truth? Or is he still here because quietly he knows what I'm saying is fucking true and I'm ripping his world apart in a good way, but he's trying to save face in the chat and stick to his guns because I know that's what's happening. He's either gone or still here because he knows underneath it all I'm fucking right. But you keep saving face. You keep believing. You keep being a slave. You keep fucking being the TikTok parrot. Keep on doing it. You're blind. You are choosing to look at what makes you comfortable. Cognitive dissonance in mass form. Cult Tactics 101. Create cognitive dissonance. You know who started cults? Sigmund Freud. Last name, Freud. No, you're a fucking idiot again. I was born into it. I was the only one in 42 people in my family to break my fucking chains from that stupid cult. And guess what they did to me? The exact same thing that's happening to Candace. I dealt with that on a scale of, I was one of the preacher's kids. Guess what that meant? I was a trophy in front of 30,000 people every summer. And I got shunned by an entire community and my entire family and a mother and father and brother who wouldn't care if I was dead in a ditch. And I gave up my family and my friends and my jobs because they only hire within, just like the Jews. Gave up everything to bring my firstborn daughter into the world free of a cult. Cult brainwash, the prison of being afraid to have a critical mind and being subjected to the things that cults bring, just to have my older daughter swallowed by the fetishized cult of trans ideology because she's white and spoiled and has guilt over it, and they made her hate herself, despite how much I loved my daughter and supported everything, her hobbies, her interests, her space, her art, her expression of herself. It didn't matter. So people like you you don't even understand the mind you are trying to sway, Mr. Rob. You couldn't last an hour face to face with me. You couldn't. We aren't made of the same grit. And that's why they don't like women like Candace and me. Because it makes you feel like a tiny man when we actually scare you as women. But like I said, you're still here. And you are saving face in the chat, my friend. You are. And I love you for that. I'm glad you're still here. I really do. Honestly, God bless you. All right. On to it. I'm always a man.
I will forever and always respect my own biology. Therefore, I am always a man. Born a man, stay a man, always a man. I respect women. I appreciate them. I will never appropriate them. Anyway, I'm going to respond to someone's video today. I'm sure you will see a post soon about it. It will be quite funny. Her name is Liberal Crackhead Betty. That's what I decided to name her. Stay tuned. It'll be very exciting. All right. See you soon.
He's acting. Okay, so did y'all get it yet? He's about to play a crackhead named Betty, and he'll never appropriate a woman. He is a man. I just got that. That was funny. I see Knudsen join the chat. Hello. I hope you actually are going to chill in the chat tonight because you always fucking run away. That's my best friend, by the way. Anytime you see the name M. Knudsen come on, y'all start giving him shit right away because he likes to like come in, dip out, and act like he's like not there, and it really annoys me. So make sure y'all fucking call him out when he comes on. And he better say something if he's still on. Michael Knudsen. You know I'm a busy woman and you can't even hang out with me in the chat. Come on now. Airbnb says, what the fuck is that? Oh, it was a joke. It was an actor, I think. I got to go play a character named Crackhead Betty while saying, I was a man, I was born a man, I'm always a man, and I will never appropriate women. I think it was like, what do you call that kind of humor? I don't know. Sarcasm? I'm not sure. All right. Let's listen to Bill Gates admit the truth, folks. Hello, Nautica. Welcome to the chat. Hold on, pause. Just so you know, y'all know. No, y'all. Also, just so y'all know. This is just an air puffer. It has menthol, thyme, and mullein in it. And mullein cleanses the lungs. Menthol soothes. Oh, my God. And thyme, like, helps get all the gunk out. So, it's just an air puffer. I'm doing good, y'all. All right. Yes, thanks, Jack. Sarcasm. My spectrum self sometimes doesn't know how to, like, categorize things. Okay. Bill Gates admits the truth. Let's hear it.
So why do you think the world's going to be over soon?
Well, as Bill Gates said, we need 3 billion less people. And they really don't give a how we get 3 billion. If we have 3 billion less people, we don't have all these crises that we have right now.
That's where I go back to just enjoy your day, because you can't do shit about it. When there's global elite that have billions and billions and billions that they can buy off governors and judges and presidents, like there's people in control of this world, and I'm not in it. And again, unless you know those people and you're one of those. And I do. Well, then you might be in it. But I've never been to a meeting where they're like, all right, we're going to off a third of the population so we have air in 100 years.
They don't talk like that. They everything's theoretical.
Right.
And they put up their PowerPoint presentation and some little skinny.
Listen to what he's saying.
Or 2 or 3 little skinny from Stanford, Caltech, and MIT, and Oxford. This is what could happen if this happened and this happened. And somebody in the back of the room will raise their hand. And what are the probabilities of all these things happening at once? Not self-induced. In other words, not caused. They say 0%. And what has helped along a little. They put it nicer than that. oh, we can make it happen 1 out of 3
They'll
times.
do it again. We're not complying. We're not fucking complying.
Chuckles and.
If they do that again, it's fucking war.
But I'd rather be part of that group. That's why I call everybody a meathead.
So why do you think the world's gonna?
Oh boy! All right, just to update some of you guys, we do have a daily contest. It is top fan of the show daily contest. At the end of the show, I announced the top, like the best, like the person who gave me the best vibes, chatting through my show, and then when you win, you message producer Ryan RYAN .LOPEZ86, so he can mail you a signed copy of the show notes. Hang on to it, folks. You never know. I also have, I think Florida Backwater was the last winner. So we will get that to you, and then tonight there'll be a new one, and also I have some news coming in the pipeline. So make sure y'all stay with me in the next few weeks. I got some cool shit that's happening that I hope God uses me as a warrior for what is good and right and light and white power. JK. So this is Instagram, right? Let me take you guys to a new video. George Soros fucking sucks.
I found.
Oh wait, pause. Let me check. Bring up Rumble for me. Oh, Data. A while ago, Bobby had said to you, "Thank you for your service." One of the Rumble folks. Shout out to the vets in Real Luna Lopez Circle. Oh, I couldn't help but notice that Luna said her hub is Marine. I don't know what to say about TP right. No, he's not. He's not a Marine. I wish he was though. Sometimes, at least just for the uniform. JK. Y'all, I snort sometimes. Don't make fun of me. We can't be perfect, right? Can't have it all. See, there it goes again. It's because I'm getting old. Like, everything starts to sag. Everything. Things you wouldn't think sag. You know what I mean? Airbnb says, you go, girl. Data, I don't know how you ended up thinking my husband was a Marine. I'm not sure. He's too rebellious to, like, ever conform. The Proud Boys have tried to get him so hard, man. We just are loyal supporters. You know what I mean? But he likes to have he's freedom like me. Freedom to the fucking max. Dude, we should dye our rice noodles blue sometime. That would be fun. Okay. That looks like super random, but I saw a commercial. George Soros sucks.
The real reason George Soros is still allowed to operate freely inside the United States while he's been kicked out or heavily restricted in Russia, Hungary, Turkey, Pakistan, Poland, the Philippines, and a half dozen other countries. The answer is simple, and it's hiding in plain sight. George Soros has probably been one of the CIA's most valuable private assets for over 40 years.
What y'all think? What do you think about her hypothesis? I don't know. I'm going to explore it with you guys on the spot.
He's the civilian deniable billion-dollar funding arm of American regime change operations.
Maybe this would be a good time for Rob the Mohican to join in. Seriously, not even joking.
Worldwide. That's why no attorney general, no Congress, and no president has ever seriously moved to shut him down here. He's not just allowed in America, he's protected. This is why both George and Alex are so arrogant. If you've seen my video on color revolutions, you already know the script. Soros bankroll.
I almost said, bitch, Fauci too. Fuck Fauci, man. Fauci. I want the gallows for him, Hillary, Bill, gross, Obama, whatever the wife thing is. The Cheneys. I hate to say it, but so much as I like George Bush Jr.'s personality, them too, man, like, what the fuck, dude? Really? The Patriot Act? They used the Patriot Act to justify Arctic frost. I was one of the politicians spied on during the Biden administration. But I was too fringe to get into the lawsuit. Don't care. I really don't want to be involved with it. I got bigger fish to fucking fry. They're already cooked. I'm on a much bigger send right now. No one, it hasn't clicked to anybody. There's a reason why my profile is in the 2 million views. There's a reason why something's going on. There's something, things are happening. And I'm not even paying. People could not understand when I ran for Congress how I ran on such a low budget to the point that they thought money had to just be missing. Like, somewhere I took cash payments. Look at the crazy shit they come up with. I'm telling you, when I say freedom, I fucking live it, walk it. I gotta have strings tied to me.
Sold this prototype in Serbia in 2000, refined it in Georgia in 2003, Ukraine in 2004, and the Arab Spring in 2011. The same USAID, NED, and Open Society Foundation's logos appear in every single one. The Arab Spring was the trial run for Europe's
she's pretty smart. She's spitting some shit I have not even thought of.
migrant crisis. In 2011, the CIA and Soros turned that playbook on Libya and Syria. Gaddafi warned the West in March of 2011.
See, like this right here. Like, do you know how often I think of Gaddafi? This is interesting.
That if you take him out, millions would flood Europe from Africa. 8 months later, he was dead, and Libya was chaos, and the migrant waves began exactly as he had predicted. By 2015-2016, battle-hardened jihadists and economic migrants were streaming across the Mediterranean with iPhones, prepaid cards, and Twitter guides written in Arabic. The same social media mobile.
That sounds like the fucking coyotes and shit. You know what I mean? From Mexico. It's a whole business that's legal on their side of the border. Dude, you never know what Twitter participated in when it came to human trafficking because of what's legal in countries where children and women really have no rights. Like, we would probably be mortified to know what these CEOs, Jewish and American, dual citizen, Jewish and American partners, have been doing. Because we're as Americans, we're in such a vacuum. You know what I'm saying? We forget the perspective of other countries and how that pertains to psychology and law, and how a social matrix holds each other accountable for sins. It's really quite deep when you really just think about. This is where my mind goes off stuff like this, folks. Hopefully you can keep up with me. Sorry if it's confusing.
Tactics used in Kyiv and Tahrir Square. Wayne Madsen called it straight in 2015. This was a deliberate Soros CIA social engineering operation to fracture Europe from within. Same playbook, new target. And now we have America, 2020 to present. Remember the 2020 summer riots? Soros Open Societies Foundations gave at least $33 million to the groups that...
That bullshit, that's what made me run. COVID, Floyd, and a mix of other shit. I was like, I'm done. But COVID, really, I was like, no, I'm running for office. This is bullshit. Y'all done fucked up.
Organize and sustain them. How about the southern border caravans? Soros-backed NGOs provided the lawyers, the maps, and the logistics. How about defund the police and DAs in every major city? Soros money elected them. They're running the color revolution playbook on us now. Only this time, the target isn't Belgrade or Damascus, it's you. And this is why JFK was right. After the Bay of Pigs betrayal, President Kennedy reportedly told aides he wanted to splinter the CIA into 1,000 pieces and scatter it into the winds. He never got the chance. 62 years later, we're living in the world the CIA built. One where a Hungarian-born billionaire who
because Trump's not the bloodline. I'm a descendant of a vice president. My family was cut off from a Masonic bloodline. I know what this is. My grandfather defected from a bloodline out of Scotland. I can't say too much about it. I'm sure if I start talking about it, this shit'll get fucking. I need my freedom to talk, so I don't really talk about it much. But I say just enough. If you feel me, you know I'm like you if you know how to do the research, you'll find out. But it's just, I have the same calling in this arena, but it's in such a different way. It's such a spiritual thing for me. This is a spiritual battle. We are being ran. There is a evil entity that has dominion over this planet right now. And you're watching a spiritual battle ensue. And we're part of it. And we're picking sides. That's what's happening. Armageddon is on the cusp. Whatever culture you are, we all have a version of it. It's on the cusp. It's coming. You feel it. Your hairs are standing up. People are dividing. We're not getting better. We're not coming together. We're dividing more. And now I knew the final stage is spiritually. Charlie Kirk had to cause that to happen. Now everyone knows it's a spiritual battle. That's the final stage. We will manifest Armageddon ourselves. Thank God. Thank God. Thank you. It's coming. It's nigh. We're at our wits' end. We're broken. We're tired. Everyone, everywhere, every country. There's nowhere to turn. It's coming. And there's no reason to fear. It's a good thing.
collapse the Bank of England can pour unlimited dark money into American elections and street movements, and nobody in power dares touch him because he's not a liability. He's their most successful off-the-books contractor. The only question left, if Hungary, a country of 9 million people, can pass Stop Soros laws and kick his operations out, why can't we? Maybe it's time we finish what JFK started.
Ooh,
I think I found the real reason George Soros...
Man, that's one area now I'm frustrated with Trump. Like, he literally, with the stroke of a pen, can fucking declassify literally fucking everything. I mean, Trump can literally go through with a wrecking ball. I really wish you guys would take time to study law. You need to understand how things work so you can start to see the fucking PSYOP. He could literally, at the stroke of a pen, take a wrecking ball through that place. It can make you say, why? I get frustrated on the human level. Why? Why are you not doing it? But again, it's not wise to take a wrecking ball through something this dangerous. So my higher self says, hold on, Luna. Hang on. God will tell you what to do when it's time. Just chill. Y'all feel me? Data, no apologies necessary. I don't even know what you're apologizing for, my dear. Airbnb says because he's part of the plan. Too sad to say. I mean, you know, sometimes God uses people who, it's just God. Sometimes we can't understand totally the way God works, you know, but somehow it always seems to tie up in a nice, pretty little bow. Do you want to go to bed? All right. Is this TikTok or yeah, this TikTok? All right. Dem men are barely men.
Testosterone was given to men who were Democrats. The study found that using testosterone makes Democrats have more favorable views towards Republicans. Before getting the testosterone, strongly affiliated Democrats had by far the lowest testosterone out of all the groups, with a 19% lower starting testosterone than the weakly affiliated Democrats. The testosterone didn't change anyone else's views except for a red shift in weakly affiliated Democrats. Testosterone was given to men who were Democrats. The study found that using testosterone makes Democrats have more favorable views towards Republicans. Before getting the testosterone, strongly
Of course. Hold on, let me finish typing what I'm typing. Okay, so now that you said that, I don't have to type what I was going to say to Bobby. Mindfulness and awareness helps. Yes. Recovery, Bobby. Recovery can help everyone. It's not just from substance. We have all been traumatized by the violence in our faces, the pedophilia, the division of family, the fear of each other, and disease. We all need recovery. And recovery teaches you mind awareness, mindfulness, and to lean on your higher power at all costs, because you have to understand what you can and cannot control and the wisdom to know the difference. That is the key to serenity. We are battling mental illness on mass scales because we have people in power lose their moral compass when money, the god of this world, gives them the access to whatever they want, or their bloodline teaches them that they're deserving of the slavery that was started 10,000 years ago upon human beings. You guys don't understand, we're all slaves. And the elites are descendants of a line that are our protagonists. When we say it's a spiritual war, have you not realized we are made from the DNA of the gods? Why would elite families exist and have the key to survival from every cataclysm that has existed in every iteration of human history? The wealthy always survive. When will you not see the cycle? They feed on us. And then they survive every catastrophe, both natural and supernatural. Because we are both part God and earthling. We are bound to both realms. That's what makes humans so unique in this whole story of sovereignty. But creating an army of atheists when we were younger was like one of the first glaringly obvious things to me. Teaching people to lose their connection and belief in God because things are so bad that you can't believe in what you can't see anymore. It's trauma, folks. It's trauma. And I only know that because I suffered human atrocities in my life. And I've had to face something called recovery for my 3D human experience in my life. So it's a little, it's a little easier for me to be outspoken on these spiritual 5D connections that I'm making because I've already been to the place where there is no return. And I don't even know how I'm here. Other than when it's not your time, it's not your fucking time. So, because of that, I know God exists. Free will is a thing, but we all have purpose and destiny. And if we want to break free from this slavery that has occurred, we have to realize who we are, what we come from, what we deserve, what our natural rights are. Because if we were created in the image of God, We have a lot more natural rights and powers that a ruling class would want you to forget and unlearn. And as the generations produce through something called corporate tradition, like holidays, instead of it being spiritual, it becomes a corporate fucking narcissistic, lustful love fest. They fool you and mislead you into becoming compliant batteries for their survival for the next cataclysm / Armageddon apocalypse, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And we have the right to survive like anybody else. And doesn't this argument sound so familiar, like the argument between Satan and Yahweh about who had the right to rule over the human beings in the Old Testament? Come on, people. Like, you can be whatever belief system you want to be. It's all the same story. Oops, gotta go. I'll be back. God bless. God bless you too. Bobby says, I see things, I get upset and try to instill knowledge and help someone in crisis. That's what recovery is about too, as well. Because when you realize that the key to healing is service to others, it gives you a reason to live and a purpose. We are responsible for the next generation. We have something to pass on when you realize it's a legacy, no matter how much we pass on everything to our children. So we should care about what it is we're passing on, you know? All right. Next video. I don't care about your respect. I don't care about your respect.
Let me give you some more honest information here. For you, I'm an American. Just like you said, you're defending your country, Israel. I'm an American. Your country is on my country's welfare. We have financed and given you the weapons and the diplomatic cover and the literal protection and vetoed the resolutions at the UN. We have protected and propped up Israel. And you have a lot of nerve to turn around and then say that we scrutinize what you do too much. I am forced against my will to pay for the destruction of Gaza, to pay for the military occupation of Palestine. And when
he was in the IDF, the guy in the suit. Thank you.
I see videos of military occupiers murdering a couple of surrendering people. I'm going to scrutinize that. I'm going to have an opinion on that.
TikTok
and it's just absolutely outrageous that you guys
totally
sit here when the whole world is watching. Sir, let me be honest with you. When the whole world...
It's kind of funny because he kind of looks of Jewish descent. The guy with the headphones right here, he almost looks like John Barenthal a little bit.
Sees you describe the IDF as fighting terrorism. We're all going, I don't know how dumb
Look at him.
think.
He looks dumb. He's just like, oh, fuck. How do I respond to all this shit? I'm caught. My pants are down at the ankles and another man is giving me a blowjob and I just got exposed. My closet is open.
We are. The IDF, you were a spokesman for the biggest terrorist organization in the region. Objectively, the worst. And it's a region full of terrorist organizations.
Well, you're ridiculous.
And the IDF is the worst
You had my ear and attention and a bit of my respect until you said that nonsense.
I don't care.
The last part of what
I don't
you
care.
said.
Me either, y'all. That's where I'm at. Y'all have seen it on my profile. I'm like, fuck all of that shit. America First was cute, but how about America Only? We're fucking dealing with some real shit here. Fuck anybody else right now. Bye. Our dollars stay at home. The family is looking out for the family. And if you guys think I'm a fucking fascist for saying that shit, I'm talking about love, folks. This is family. America Only. Our family has got drug addiction issues, a broken the screen door is broken. The front door had gotten kicked in. We're trying to fix the front door, bar up all the fucking windows because we had intruders. Our kids are confused about their gender. Divorce rates through the roof. There's no land to be bought because corporate companies are buying entire neighborhoods, developments, and cities. Excuse accuse me for not wanting to support Israel financially for their fucking wah crybaby. We don't have a land. Your fucking book said your God said you would be cursed because you were assholes to him. So he said you weren't allowed to have one. So how about keep us out of it? Because, by the way, you murdered our Lord and Savior. What happened? How did they get into the Christian head like this? They were after our money. I'm speaking of the Zionists, not the ethnicity. So try me. I'm already on the booking list for some important places. Try me. Try me.
You're entitled to. Yeah, that's fine.
You're a spokesman
That's
for a
fine.
terrorist
you are entitled to your
organization,
opinion.
sir. I don't care about your respect.
You're entitled to your opinion sitting in your comfortable office in New York or wherever. You're entitled to have your feelings and opinions. The fact that you have them doesn't make it right. And the fact that you call the military of a nation state a terrorist organization.
But you are, because my eyes were opened Super Bowl night. When people in Gaza were able to go live on TikTok and stream the bombs after they were herded to the just like the story goes, when the Israelites had their backs against the Red Sea and the chariots were chasing them. How ironic. You did that to the Palestinians, exactly what the Bible said the Egyptians did to you, and you did worse because God wasn't there. Because God, what? How many thousands of years are you guys going to do this? But when my eyes saw you guys lie and put them there and say it was safe and no one was going to bomb, and there was going to be no violence and it was a safe zone, so you can go hunt terrorists, like hunt them down, like look in buildings with teams and flashlights and dogs and drones and leave the civilians alone, and then you bomb them, and I saw a 7-year-old girl's guts get ripped open. Never in my life have I ever been so infuriated that I saw a shell casing say from a bomb housing say United States of motherfucking America. When I tell you my blood went cold, it went cold because no one asked me if I wanted my name to be dropped on them like that. And I am not the only one that feels that way. 13 Families. I haven't read the book, but I just by the title I get it, but let me write it down because I want to read it. Thank you for the suggestion. America first, America only.
I think shows how ungrounded you are, and frankly, it's ridiculous.
Let me give you some more.
Who is this guy? I mean, I know Pierce Morgan. Is this Dave? Who is Dave Smith? But is it that guy in the brown shirt right there? Okay, that's Dave Smith. Perfect. Dave, I like this guy. He's my ally. We need to connect with him. All right. Let me Pierce Morgan. So at how you spell his name. All right. Okay, so next video, Gulf of America.
All I'm saying is I don't think it's fair that we renamed the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. Okay, but you're fine with renaming military bases like Fort Bragg to Fort Liberty. You renamed football teams and the definition of a woman, Fort Hood to Fort Cavazos. You're also okay with rebranding syrup and rebranding M&Ms. Fort Benning to Fort Moore.
And as a woman of color, can I just say, you took away Land O'Lakes, Native American, Aunt Jemima, Uncle Ben, but you left the Quaker Oats guy. Literally in a colonizer fucking outfit. And I had to watch millions of retards support that shit. That is literally racism disguised as social justice. You fucking morons. You fucking morons. So that's my contribution to her video.
Dr. Seuss books because somehow they're considered hate speech. Fort Rucker to Fort Novacell. Mr. Potato Head is now just Potato Head to be gender neutral. Fort Hill to Fort Walker. Pronouns and emails, and now the national anthem at events. Ridiculous. Boyfriend and girlfriend to now partner. Illegal immigrant to undocumented
so
worker.
Too. I love her hair.
Riots to mostly peaceful protest. Criminal inmates to justice-involved individuals. Merry Christmas to Happy Holidays. Christmas break to winter break. Blacklist and whitelist to blocklist and allow list.
See what I mean? Conservative, Republican. Look, women that believe in freedom, just for, like, and also spirituality, are so obvious. You can tell by the way they look. Like, you can tell she's Christian. You can tell by looking at me. And I'm a witchy one, but like so much more beautiful. You can they glow when you're awake. You know what that is? It's not even right or left, conservative, Republican, nothing. You're not woke. You're like awake. You're awake and you're free. Your chains are off. You glow. You're now in the light. That's what she looks like to me.
And Disney even renamed Splash Mountain. And then you got Mankind to Humankind. Fort Lee to Fort Greg Adams, and the list goes on. But you're right. Changing the ocean name.
Aw, thanks, Mr.
Too much. All I'm saying is I don't think it's fair that we rename.
It's true. She's not wrong. But besides, we own most of the coastline, so fuck them with their crooked country anyway. It looks like an elephant nose. Freaking weird. I can't even say shit because I'm in Florida, which basically is the dick of the country. So we just dangling down here like a wee. We act like we on a dick sometimes. That's for damn sure. I tell you what, I'm an Appalachia girl that got transplanted into the swamp folks. They ain't too different, but they different. There's some weird subtropical psychosis that happens down here from the heat, I think. Heat plus humidity. However, the Appalachia, I'll tell you what. You want to talk about humidity? You don't know humidity. Florida is long and narrow, and even in the centralmost area is the most humidity, but ain't nothing like a North Georgia forest because that tree canopy, the leaves are so thick, it's always wet. Okay, we have, when you're in the mountains, in the Appalachia, it's different from the Rockies. You have feet of years of leaves that fall and decay before you even get to the clay. And it's damp and moist. And in the summer, it heats up and gets trapped under the forest canopy. And it is the most choking thing for your lungs that I can't describe. Your eyeballs need windshield wipers. Like, I look at my cats with their third eyelid and I'm like, can I have that in the summer there? But that's what makes the winters treacherous in the Smokies or the Blue Ridge or, the Appalachia, because it's a humid winter. So it can get down into the negatives from the wind chill. Like one time it was negative 13 degrees, but it's humid. So when you get snow, you better get the fuck out there and enjoy it while it's falling, and it has just fallen, because when the sun sets, it turns into a giant sheet of ice. And ice coats everything. And it is the most beautiful, terrifying thing to be in. And everything just sits still. That's why everyone makes fun of us. They make fun of us that we can't handle like snow. It's not the fucking snow. It's the ice. And the pine trees snap and fall on you. And we're also in the hills. So it doesn't matter what chains you have on your tires. When there is sheets of ice, you ain't fucking going anywhere. Yes. Myron, Mr. John says different type of sweat. It is like you're in a, it's like you're in a pool. The pool is, you are the pool. You are a water monster. But the swamp folk, man, they different. I like them though. I dig it. I'll tell you what, Florida people are like, they want to be in their flip-flops around a fire with their beer, passing the peace pipe, having a conversation. Like, being outside is a thing in Florida. So much so that there's barely any clubs in North Florida because they're so naturey. And honestly, I'm right where I need to be. So, yeah. Oh, he's in North Georgia, my home where I was born. I'm a Georgia peach. He said, "Now fuck that ice. Give me my hurricanes." Exactly. I agree. That's why I like it here. Hurricanes are so fun. We dealt with tornadoes in the mountains. I fucking hate tornadoes. I'll take a fucking hurricane any day. That shit is slow and incoming. You got all the time in the world. Sounds like a pack of wolves. Tornadoes are fuck tornadoes. No, thank you. And alligators, I've just learned to run zigzag. All right, next video. Why does Rumble keep freaking freezing? Okay. Somalia is stupid and dumb.
So it seems to be a trend on social media right now for all the liberal content creators to tell us how amazing the country of Somalia is. And they show this by pictures of their beaches and how lovely their cities are from 1,000 feet up. But let me give you some real facts about the country of Somalia. 49% of the population is inbred. 49% of the population of that entire fucking country are the product of incest. Generations of incest. The average national IQ, 67. By the way, the IQ required to be considered mentally disabled in the United States of America is 70. Their average IQ is 3 points below that. They've been engaged in civil war.
What was I saying earlier about just like, y'all gotta remember, we're dealing with people who are like, don't have the capability of understanding. The content that I talk about, like, this is really, I understand and recognize is very high level thinking. We are in good company together, but the average person is probably thinks I'm insane. I love you that know that I'm not. Thank you for like riding with me, because I'll ride with y'all.
Decades, 40 years, still going on today. They are home to one of the world's largest terrorist organizations, Al-Shabaab, which, by the way, the largest funder of that organization is the Minnesota taxpayer. But yeah, like, sure, if you just look at Somali beaches and you look at their cities from the sky, it looks wonderful. But on the ground, in real life, it is not. And it's certainly not something that America needs more of. So it seems to be a trend on social media right now for all the liberal content creators to tell us how amazing the country of Somalia is. And they show this by pictures of their 40. Beaches and how
I was born in 1980 motherfucking 5. That's why I keep telling y'all I'm getting old. This girl's bones be screaming sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I look 30, thanks. I'll take it, folks. It's the makeup, I promise. It's the makeup. I'm fighting aging every step of the way. It just helps that my mom's black, not gonna lie. Although, pretty light. I'm pretty light. I got a lot of white in me. Like almost 70%. So I know I'm not going to age as gracefully as my mother. Which is why I'm trying to stop vaping and things like that. I'm trying to take care of myself. I shouldn't be doing that. Cheeto. Mom was going through some shit. I'm just like, ugh. 89, Florida. You are my younger brother's age. How funny. How funny. What month? Now I gotta know what month. In 89. All right. If you want to switch the view. I know we are. I feel it. We're a bunch amongst a bunch of 80s folks. But we also have some Gen Xers in here. And some young boomers. Because I was raised by elder boomers. My father was born in 1948. My mother in 1953. Like, my parents were old when they had me. So I do attract some boomers. My Gen Z and Gen A daughters tell me I'm much more like a Gen Xer than a millennial, but I'm technically an elder millennial. A Gemini. I am surrounded by Geminis. My mother's a Gemini. My husband's a Gemini. I have Geminis all over the place. I'm a Cancer. Damn. Bobby, your brother born he passed last year. June 89. Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I lost my dad last year, so I get it. I lost my son too. So, in my arms. I've had to recover from a lot of shit, folks. This girl, it took me a long time to realize I don't die easy. While I was complaining, oh, my life is so terrible. My goddad was like, what the fuck are you talking about, you bitch? You don't die easy. Shut the hell up. You don't realize you fucking are hard to kill. So stop whining. And I was like, oh my God, I need you. He came at the right time. Right time. He actually started out working for me on my campaign. Years later, no one would know. Who would have known? He adopted me because of the shunning in my family. All right. Here we go. Oh, I thought we finished it and start over. Oh, can you switch it? That helps cue me too when I start to rant. Okay. All right. Production is telling me to shut the hell up and don't interrupt you guys in this next video. I don't want them in our country.
I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you, okay? Somebody would say, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't care. I don't want them in our country. Their country's no good for a reason. Their country stinks, and we don't want them in our country. I can say that about other countries, too. I can say it about other countries, too. We don't want them to hell. We have to rebuild our country. You know, our country's at a tipping point. We could go bad. We're at a tipping point. I don't know if people mind me saying that, but I'm saying it. We could go one way or the other, and we're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country. Ilhan Omar is garbage. She's garbage. Her friends are garbage. These aren't people that work. These aren't people that say, let's go, come on, let's make this place great. These are people that do nothing but complain. They complain. And from where they came from, they got nothing. You know?
I think I need a paper towel. Daddy Trump is flopping them balls on the table, bruh. Sorry, I had to.
They came from paradise, and they said, this isn't paradise. But when they come from hell, and they complain, and do nothing but bitch, we don't want them in our country. Let them go back to where they came from and fix it. Thank you very much. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I took a look at my life and realized there's nothing left. Cause I've been laughing and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is
What I tell you, Daddy Trump dropping his diamond nuts on, flopping them on the table. Chihuahua. This is the reason why Trump has support from, what was it? 80 million? What was it? How many this time? Bruh, that's an alpha man. Fuck you and your stupid bullshit. I'm done with it. They're fucking our shit up. They're ungrateful little bastards. Your country is literally a toilet. Quite literally. And you want to marry your brother and circumvent the system and fucking divert money and lie about it instead of maybe coming to us straight? Come to us straight and say, hey, nobody cares about us on our continent and we need help because we can't figure shit out. No, you want to be a criminal about it. Diamond nuts. This is why Trump has Melania. This is why all you men take note. Do you see Melania? Do you see the freaking perfection? Look at her. Case in point. Gavel. Case closed. No one gets a woman like that, a woman of that class and caliber, if you are not a silverback, diamond-nutted gorilla with a brain, a spine, and control of your ability to be violent, but will damn sure use it to protect what is good and holy. Who needs to be removed from the planet immediately? What are we talking about? Oh, Ilhan, right. I got so distracted with Trump and Melania. I'm not idolizing him. I'm just telling you. This is why people bend the knee to Trump. Have you not noticed? Everyone bends the knee. Ford, Mondani, the Saudis, Britain. Everyone's done it. You can go to bed. I know how to do everything. All right. Here's they're struggling. It ain't my fault we got on here late. Non-black people not to play with.
This is a list of non-black people that black people do not play about. And so I wanted to read these off.
Okay.
Adam Sandler.
Okay.
Adele.
Okay.
Al Pacino.
Okay.
Betty White.
Oh, I can't believe I left Betty off.
Bill Nye.
Okay.
Bob Barker.
Who the hell is that?
Price is Right. Have your pets spayed neuter.
Yep. That's a certain age group.
Yeah.
That's a certain age group.
That's true. Bobby Caldwell.
Bobby Caldwell. I thought he's a singer, and everybody thought he was black.
Yes.
White.
Bob Ross.
Ooh,
the man who
Blue
painted.
Lasso.
Bruce Lee.
Okay.
Chris Evans.
Who is that?
De Niro.
Robert.
Dolly Parton.
Duh.
Ed Sheeran.
Robert.
He's black adjacent because he's a ginger.
Glenn Close.
I love Glenn Close.
Haley Williams.
Haley
love Glenn
Darnisha.
Close, too.
Haley Darnisha.
You know we don't play by Haley Darnisha.
Hardy Boys.
Who is that?
It says Hardy Boys with a Z.
I don't know who that
That
is.
sounds a little gay. Jane Fonda.
Okay, nah, we really don't
too
play by her,
black.
but
She's
she
black.
stand up for us.
Jeff Goldblum. The Wizard.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Sorry. Ooh, Jesus.
Yes, girl.
Quit. Who made this list? This list ain't giving certified. Because what Jerry Springer doing on that list?
Jim
he
Carrey.
does. He's sweet.
John B.
Yep.
Judge Judy.
No, that's our girl.
I love her.
This is the thing, because we grew up with our grandmamas
I love
watching
this
these
lady.
people.
What is this?
Watching the stories and watching this. My mama still be up in there watching
Look,
Judge Mathis and them.
now you're seeing
Like
my
she
black
99.
side come out. This is like my mom's side of the family. You know what I'm saying? This is the all soul coming out. We are free with we like to laugh on that side of the family.
Maury. Meryl Streep.
Of course.
Mr. Rogers.
Of course.
They better say Judge Joe Brown because that is my boo. We are friends like this.
Olivia
But he's black
Benson.
already, though.
Of
so-
course.
Paul Walker.
Yes.
May
I'm
he
still
rest.
hurt by that.
Princess Diana.
Yes.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yes.
Reba.
You just wanted to get to Reba. That was the whole ploy for this whole
Oh
thing.
my God, I
Steve
love
Blues
this
Clues.
I'm like
list.
sexually attracted to him.
No.
Too. Steve Irwin.
Nah.
And adjacently, Robert Irwin. This
Although
is a list
Steve
of
Irwin was a
non-black
badass.
people that black people.
This was great. That was fun. I relate because, y'all know. Mixed girl. This is good. This is fun. I like that video. We need more of those. I love that. It puts me in touch with my little look, Shula. You have to subscribe for that, sir. That's on Sunday. Subscriber only. Moving on. Yep. Another funny classic favorite. That's going to be fun. We've done this in a while, but you guys know how much I love the 90s VHS dating videos.
What I'm looking for in a woman is first a pulse. My favorite meal of all time is one of those double cut pork chops. Hopefully you're paying. Just kidding, I'll pay. I like to bowl, I like darts, and I like to play pool. Those are my big three. I'm a triple threat. I've had my share of crushes. I don't mind telling you that
Triple
it's been
disappointment.
reciprocated. Boy,
None.
that's really making me nervous.
None.
I think absolutely. I agree that the early bird gets the worm. But I've also seen worms in the afternoon.
But you're not early, you're
I got
fat.
real involved in making sure the
Sorry,
public library
guys.
stayed open.
Just
I spent a lot of
reacting.
time at that library when I was a kid.
It's
Oh,
just
the
a
best
fact.
piece of advice I ever got was from my grandpa, and he said, "Don't fry bacon when you're naked." I've never done it naked, but I've done it with my shirt off, and I've got
I
the
would fry
scars to
bacon
prove it.
naked if I had good
Things I would
incentive.
like to do before I die. I would like to have breakfast in all 50 states. I wouldn't say I want to see
the
a
reward was
baseball
enticing,
game
I
in
would
every
fry bacon
stadium,
naked.
but maybe half. That'd be fun. My best qualities are very strong hands. If you like a shoulder rub or a back rub
I
or
knew
some
he was gay. I fucking was gonna say that at the beginning.
other sort of rub.
Because he's so hard. My type of woman? Anything with a vagina. What fucking guy says that? None. Zero. He's a fag. He's making this dating video because his parents are like, you need to move out. We're making you do this dating video because you need to meet a girl, and because he cannot tell him he's gay. That's what's happening. How right do you think I am on my summation? He thinks I'm right. Or is it because you're gay? He said, yeah. Oh, I love Dave Chappelle.
My ideal man doesn't play the drums, doesn't stay late at the bar, does what he says and says what he does not get a fancy lawyer that the other person can't afford if things get weird. My name's Gwen. I am divorced. I have 2 kids, and I will not ever regret having those 2 kids, okay? So that's really important for me to tell anyone who's listening.
Oh, my God.
I type 110 words a minute. I actually can type faster, but I keep a little bit for myself. I blew out my knee jazzercising, so I don't want a guy that's too active. My best qualities? I own a timeshare. My favorite way to unwind is with a Virginia Slim.
Me too,
and a
girl.
big scoop of cottage cheese, half a tomato. Why I want to find love is I just think that everybody deserves a second chance. I want to go to the PTA with somebody. Not just myself. Oh, there's Gwen. She's divorced.
winning me over,
Did he run away with his secretary? I left.
She was like, don't fuck with me.
A great
I'm really
first date
sweet.
with you would be
Maybe obsessive.
2 words. Benny Hanna. My ideal man.
I swear they find all the autistic people and blast them, and it's so mean. They're always, every time I see these, they're so intense. And look, I'm like a psych, okay? I know what autism is. It's just like they find all of the, this is hilariously, painfully funny. Play it. Bless her heart. Oh, man. Bless her heart. She's adorable. Honestly, she's so authentic. I really fucking honestly though, if y'all know me, people say I'm like a cartoon like that, and like I'm on the spectrum. So, but I'm a different type. I'm not like that, but I have touches because of chronic PTSD. So, yeah, I like have a bleeding heart for like the weird kids, you know, the weird people. I don't like when they're exploited, but it is funny. But they put this shit out there. They consented to it because fucking freedom, folks. America. Yeah, I mean, you have the right to be totally transparent and stupid like me. Putting all my shit out there online like this. One day, I'm going to have to put my money where my mouth is. All right. Riot. It was a riot. It was a riot. John. You know what? My middle name is Johnny. All right, so it's time for me to announce the fan of the show. Are you all paying attention? I have to make sure he's still on. So if everyone can give me a present so I can count and see if he's here, that'd be really cool. Because if he's not here, I got to go to the next one. The next best. in can you? Yeah. All right. Can I get a here? What you mean praying for my husband? What you mean? What are you talking about, John? All right. I think I have y'all's attention. Because I ain't waiting. Y'all don't take it too long to say present. Like, where y'all at? I need to make sure he's here. Anybody going once, going twice. It's a very long drum roll. Oh, I thought it was going to go. Bobby Z Music. He's got it for the night, bro. You have me back tonight. This fucking endless drum roll. Look, if y'all don't see the funny side in the seriousness, like even when I'm being serious, I'm being funny. So that means when I'm being funny, I'm crushing it. Bobby, make sure you hit up producer Ryan, RYAN.PRO. No, sorry, JK. I'm trying to be funny. Don't ruin it. Ryan, RYAN.Lopez86. Data says timeshare. She's for me. I'll take time now and she take time later. LOL. Aw, cute. Data. I need to get my Instagram people over to Rumble. Honestly, like the platform is so much better. It would really be better if you guys went over to Rumble. It's the same it's the same handle. The platform, oh God, the visuals. You can see the glimmer in my eyes. Like you can actually, I saw the video back the other day when I was crying. You could see the freaking tear puddle in my eyelid that I was trying not to squeeze out on Rumble. Like their streaming quality is top notch. And I can rate other shows and it's a way more fun community. So if I could get my Instagram people like starting to go over Rumble and get those numbers higher so I can move over there, because there's so much more capability than Instagram to make it a show. And it would be so much more kick-ass if I could get you guys over to Rumble and YouTube, honestly. If you already have a YouTube account and you don't want to make a Rumble account, just go over to YouTube. But you still have to deal with me having to upload those later. And sometimes those are delayed. Rumble, everybody gets the live shows posted immediately. On Instagram, you have to wait. And YouTube, you have to wait for me to post that. So head over to Rumble. I'm always on around the same exact times. On Instagram, I usually use for like my short reels, my heavy hitting messages, the shit on my mind. But for the show, Rumble is the spot. So I need to freaking find another show to raid. Can you look up at Rumble? Like when I start closing out my show, it'd probably be a good idea if production like looks up who's live in my vein on Rumble so they can give me the link to raid them. Or unless Data, if you want to give me a suggestion, send me a link. Give me a show I can raid. You know what I stand for, what my content is. Data, give me a link to a show I can raid. I am like hard motherfucking core. America only. My people, my neighbors. Hey, Red Pill. You got a suggestion on who to raid when my show goes off? Me, a hardcore America only patriot. Who's a good person I can raid right now on Rumble? Oh, I just got a Rumble notification. I wonder if I should raid Nick Fuentes. Do you know what his handle is? Nick Fuentes? Oh, he's not live. I thought oh, that's right. Air Force brat turned Army grunt. Nice. I almost joined the Army. I was going to be a 35 mic. Didn't sign my contract at the last second. Half of me regrets it. The other half Just glad I didn't, because I'm such a fucking ungovernable rebel. If my fucking principles are being compromised, I'm not gonna fucking listen. Period. Put me in a gulag. Okay, right, Data, I put this in the freaking chat, right? I copy what you put and I put it in the chat of my show, right? I can't remember how I did it before. Dude, I do music too. I'm a musician. I'm the front person of all guy, like, hard rock, progressive rock, alternative, melodic metal. I don't know what to call this band. I'm waiting on Data to tell me. I'm just gonna fucking do that. It says invalid URL for raid. Hashtag raid. Okay. Copy. Paste. It's not letting me raid that. I don't know. It's not working. Dreams of a Metal Moon. Backwater. Right now, we're looking for a bassist, so we've been on pause. But we may have to be on pause a little longer because something big might be coming up for me. Okay, let me do this. Oh, I see how to do it. Gotcha. Where are they? Are they not live anymore? Let's see. Are they live? They're live. Okay. So now, let's do. Is it okay? I don't know. I'm probably going to look like an idiot in a minute. Nope. Yep, that didn't work. I'm trying to raid them. I don't know how to do it. It's not working. Do I have to paste that in their chat? I don't know. This is so hard. Why am I like tech dumb right now? Maybe because it's late. MC says you're the best. Your husband's so lucky. My husband dipped out. He's so tired. My eyes are burning. Ryan dot Lopez 86 is the producer's name on Instagram. So just send him a message, Bobby Z Music, and you will get your signed copy of the show notes from me. Backwaters is going out at the same day. He says he's going to frame his and put it up in his workshop, which is like, you know what I'm going to send you guys to? I have these Luna Lopez for Congress flags that are left over from when I ran for Congress. I want to stick one of those in there too. They're like boat flags, like the mesh to stick on your boat. It's going to come in handy one day. Sweet. I'm trying to raid this other. Oh, it looks like maybe the show isn't on. I don't know. Let me see. That was my mouth. What a weird noise to make. Sounded like a toot. Sorry. So, MC, one day we are going to have shows that are on location where people can come watch me do a podcast. We're just looking at venues, probably a small one to start. And hopefully my regulars do that. Although you would have to get here yourself. All right, Bobby. Have a good night. All right. I'm going to go ahead and dip on out of here. They lost their connection. I cannot raid the show that I wanted to raid. Red Pill. I need one. I have a place. So there's a contest every day at my show where at the end of the show, I announce the fan of the show. And you win it by, I guess, how you engage with me and others in the chat. We all know we have a mission, and it's a vibe thing for me. So I pick it based on like the vibes. And it's just that simple. It's who I feel connected to send something that is a artifact of what is making me fight the good fight. So it has to be a vibe thing. You have a different handle on IG. Who are you on IG? Are you following me on IG? I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to move my IG people over to Rumble, which I think some of them just came over. So Red Pill, who are you? Okay, wonderful. Okay. Oh, we have talked about me staying at your little setup. Okay. Thank you for moving over to there. See what I mean about the view? It's so much better. And there's like different integrations I can put. And yeah. I love it. Anyway, good night to all of you. Thank you for hanging with me. I am too tired to read my monologue again. It won't come through the way I want it to. But with that, God bless you all, and I bid you adieu.